In the shadow of the peace state, where the magnolias bloom. In the shadow of the peace state, where the magnolias bloom so late, a child stands alone in fear, wishing someone would hold them near. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. I see pieces, send them far and wide, across the borders where they divide. Families waiting with open arms to shield them from all worldly harm. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Georgia's foster, let love shine. Though the journey's tough, the road is long, singing out this hopeful song. Every child deserves a chance to find their home, their love, their dance. No more darkness, no more tears, just a future free from fears. With each step they grow so strong, in a place where they belong. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. The journey's tough, the road is...
Let's get Brenda out here. Where you at, Brenda?
Hey.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is we just come on here at the last minute. Now I wish the music would stop. So how's everybody doing? Can you hear me, Brenda?
Yes,
Hey.
it sounds perfect.
So it's been a while. How you doing? Hey, everybody in the chat. Deborah is here. That's
I
Debbie.
think Chris.
Okay. Yeah, we got Debbie
Chris
coming
was getting
on.
upset at the phone because she couldn't get in.
She's fine. It's okay, Chris. I think Miss Debbie's coming in.
Like Debbie's
Here's Debbie. All right. Well, hey Debbie, are you here with us? Debbie.
Earth to Debbie.
Are you here with us, Debbie?
Well,
hold on. So
I don't
we'll
see
bring
that her sound is working or anything like that.
Yeah, it's fine. She'll we'll message her. So how's everybody doing? We'll bring Debbie back on here in 1 second. Let me so sorry about that, everybody. It's been a while. So how's everyone doing? I see Chris is in the chat. I see earlier I seen I take the fifth, or somebody new in the chat. Hey Chris. Yeah, Chris, we're gonna talk about I'm trying to get used to this new screen I got going on over here. They updated so I see two of me, Brenda. So how's everybody doing? So let's.
Yeah, I do see that too. We're on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Well,
so I wanted. Right. Yeah, man. It plays either way on whatever platform.
You can put the minus sign by the portrait, and then it gets smaller.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what I need to do then. Then I'm gonna go that way, because I'll just stare at myself.
Learn something new every day, y'all.
I know, right? I just don't want to mess with it and like freeze up my thing. You know, it's like. That's just me. So let's
So,
today we so Brenda, what we were gonna discuss, like ADA. Hey, facts over lies, welcome in. So we were
um,
gonna discuss like disability, ADA, veteran, prison, CPS,
uh,
right?
Chris
We'll get her
said
back in,
she could.
Chris. We'll get her
When
back
Debbie
in.
was in, she couldn't hear us.
We give us like a couple minutes, Debbie, and we'll bring her back in. Okay, tell her we'll bring her right back in. Just give us
I actually, you know what I did? I sent the link to get into the stream to a bunch of people, and I just thought I was just sharing this. I swear to
oh
God.
God,
Oh God, you might
oh
have some.
Lord,
Well,
yes.
I actually
See
knew
if we
all the
can
people
get
I was doing it.
bring her back out here. So you sent that. Well, y'all can say we're back. We're back in action. Bringing it back, Brenda. so so today we wanted. So we're gonna bring Debbie out here. Let's find and let's see if she can hear us. Debbie, are you? Oh, where'd she go? Oh, it kicked her out. Um, get her to come back on. So sorry about this, y'all. It's my connection, I guess. But so we I want to discuss like the ADA. You know, we did a show with Henry. I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before, Brenda. We were talking about the Florida Department of Corrections and Brenda's husband and what he's been going through as far as the ADA there and the accommodations and the designated responsible employee they're supposed to have. Well, they don't got it. No. Like you want to say you can go ahead and talk about it, Brenda, and then we'll move on. We'll go on from there and talk more about disability and what they're doing and what we're experiencing. Right?
Right, right. Well,
I
I
know. I
got a
hear
little
that.
bit of stage fright, actually.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's your turn. She look. You are not supposed to be camera shy, girl. What is going on?
I thought Chris and those guys were coming on.
So you want me to say?
Um,
So
well, all I can
just say
say is, we contacted the Department of, well, I did, with Danielle's assistance, went back to the Department of Justice and say, hey, this isn't moot. This is not moot at all. This is the same, over the same agency that's over all the prisons in Florida, at least.
instead of it just being, they were gonna mute it because of him being transferred, right?
Right.
The complaint it was about him at one facility. So you know what we said when they decided they were going to moot it, we were like, no, we're going to go after it as a whole because that's the FDOC altogether. So FDOC is the Florida Department of Corrections, everybody. So that's the prisons in the state of Florida. Go ahead, Brenda. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry, Danielle.
As always, sorry.
Well,
always.
Then, so I figure, well, and it's not just these incidents that even though we pointed out there was specific incidents, was the first reason for going to Florida Department of Corrections. Okay. And then when I had done that some months ago, they turn around and they'll send it right to the warden. So it's like, okay, so that's why we decided, okay, we're going to go to the Department of Justice. We've already been to the Department of Corrections. This is what, this is what's going on. Now the fact is that it doesn't matter what facility he's at or what correctional institution he's at, there's still going to be people violating his ADA rights. Right. It just, and especially, some of the things, it seems like we were talking about earlier, once these certain people find out that you might have some delays or some disabilities or something, they're going to end up treating you worse. Oh, they think of maybe because they can get away with it. It's just disgusting, evil stuff that's going on in this country right now.
Right. And I hate to be the one to say this, but my experience, because I have two disabled people that I care for, and one of them happens to be my son, who was removed from while at school recently, without even telling nobody in my family, not telling me nothing. They said they made a false report to the sheriff's department in the county he was in, and he loved the home he was in, and now my son is don't know where my son's at. So fighting for the boy for 2 years while he's out in Texas, get him home, just for them to go back and do this. It's they're hiding my son out, and they're not going to get away with it. My brother, he's coming back home. He had an outburst with his TBI, his traumatic brain injury, so he had to go get some help for that. And get back on track, because he lost his mobility. He's in a wheelchair now for the rest of his life. So it's been a lot. But I'll tell you right now, these people that are these CPS workers or APS or whatnot, just DBHDD here in Georgia, it's Department of Behavioral Health, that deals with the adult part. Disabled people, please know your rights and be careful, because they are trying their best to get all the disabled, whether they're before 18 or after 18. The young adults, elderly, it's sad. And I've seen a big rise in this, and it's like these young adults that are disabled are, if you don't have a guardian or someone overseeing you, be careful, please. Because that's what they were trying to do to my brother, and I've been fighting for my son.
Over and over again that's what's going on with these
Chris.
kids being institutionalized.
Welcome in.
Right.
I take the fifth. Chris is coming in.
Hey.
We're gonna.
Oh, dang,
Hi,
Chris.
Welcome in. Hey, Debbie. Welcome in, everybody. Chris, can you hear us? So today we've jumped a couple spots. If Chris's thing will work, she's got a disability.
Sure your mic is open, because you're gonna have to open your mic. Wait a minute. There's something in the private chat here. Let me see.
Oh yeah,
she said here. Yeah, we see you.
Okay, type it in. Can she hear us, or can we hear her? Because I'm so. Okay. I'll continue talking. So with Brenda and her husband, we did some research, because they wanted to moot the. Oh no, she left. Brenda, she's out.
Could you hear us, Chris?
We're gonna have to. I gotta figure this out for them so they can come on and be able to do a show. Hey, Foster in Reality, how are you? Welcome in. So with Brenda's, what now? What'd you say?
Well, I was just thinking that one song, Foster Reality.
Mm-hmm. I love those videos. The monster, like the beast.
What was I thinking
the machine, like CPS, the machine, man. Like it's horrible, and it is a machine, y'all. We're just feeding it. Every time they take a child, every time they remove a child, every time they mess with the young adults, anything. We're just feeding it.
What does it take that I have a recording of my daughter crying that she wants to be home with her family, blaming the CPS supervisor, this Devereaux, casework supervisor, and Marilyn, for putting her into this abusive foster placement. She's like, what? It's all their fault. It's all their fault, she says. And guess what? When I took this to court some years later, after I was able to obtain this tape, and you know what? They just threw it back in my face, saying, "Oh, we're not going to listen to your daughter's video of her crying and telling the truth." Yeah, sure enough.
It's going on with the people, the inmates in prison systems. They're like, back to what we were talking about with the 28 CFR 35.107 with the ADA. There's supposed to be a designated responsible employee that is designated just for the inmates to be able to have access to be able to learn and get the resources they need while they're incarcerated. But this is even supposed to be in any place, any court, anything, and they're not, like Florida.
I know there's a certain number to the form, like if you're in prison. Is there a certain number to the form if you're maybe saying you're institutionalized in some medical facility or something. Is there a different
A
forms
certain,
for each?
probably, more than likely, probably. It all depends on maybe
That's the
what
thing. I
state you're
keep
in.
forgetting what the number
Yeah.
of that form was.
So
That
in Florida,
so the prisoner
it's
themselves, the inmate, is supposed to request this form, and you request this form to your classifications officer.
which that's a no.
Um,
But remember, the designated responsible employee designated is supposed to be solo for the ADA, and
uh-huh,
the
uh-huh.
a classification officer is not. I've been to prison, and they don't. They have to do like they're they're
They
doing
have a lot
the
of
bookending
tasks.
people,
Okay, believe me, they're busy people, and they ain't got time for some disabled person and to take care of them.
and these officers are supposed to be trained supposedly on and helping the inmates that are disabled if they know how to to fill out this form. But then you got to go to the regional, what was it, the regional ADA coordinator that is overseeing like a north part of Florida and then half of South Georgia. Like, how is this even? No wonder why nobody knows about the ADA. No wonder why nobody knows any of these, because nobody, like, I had so many people hit me up about one little video that I posted online about the 28 CFR 35.107 with the designated responsible employees. And
Uh-huh.
a lot of people don't realize this. And they don't realize, like with Chris here, ADA accommodations, the courts ain't going to tell you this stuff. And a lot of people they need to know about the ADA. They need to know their rights. And that's what we're here in. And Henry, we got Henry coming on at 7, but that we wanted to. Well, I mean, we did plan a show, but here we are. But we wanted to bring Chris and Debbie on also to speak about. Chris is disabled. She is a mother to a little boy he's in foster care in Kansas. Well, they're trying to make her get her driver's license. I'm sorry. How is that? How can you push that? They're going to TPR her if she don't get her driver's license. She is disabled. She is scared to drive a car. What are they doing to
And
these
she
people?
would be
What are they
not
doing to
putting
these parents?
only herself into danger, she'd be putting others into danger. What kind of
Her
sense does that
community,
make?
her local community, so how is that even? Chris, are you here with us, hon? Can you hear us? Is she in the private
Well,
chat,
the thing
Brenda?
is, did you know that there was some kind of judge's order that Chris can't sit next to her son at the visit? Well, I'm like, are you telling me the truth? I couldn't even
Yeah,
believe this. I think that's
and
what
then she
Debbie
just
did.
got
Debbie tell me or Chris? I
mhm,
was like, what? A judge's order you
yep,
they
and then
can't
she
sit
just
next to
got
your what? Ugh,
and then
just
she
doesn't
just got
make sense.
banned from the place that they were doing the visits at. She just got a no, what is it? It's like a TPO, a protective
Maybe
order. She's
like a
not allowed to.
kind of like a
She got
trespass order
banned.
or
Yeah, trespass. She just
what?
got banned from this property today. She sent us that. So here you are. She's doing her visits at this place in Kansas, and the owner has banned her because of, I mean, any mother, any parent that is having to see their child being supervised, okay, and being supervised is going to, I mean, how would you feel, Brenda, if they told you to sit with your child? At a visit, but yet you've seen no order, nothing, but yet they're telling you a judge and how would you
Did she
feel?
say that there
How
was a
would you
court
act?
order? What kind of court order is that? And what are the
Right?
reasons
But
behind
there's
this?
not. But there's
Doesn't
right.
make
But
fucking
how would
sense.
you feel?
Oh, well, they
How would
said
you
it was
feel?
like one of these like miniature tables for the kids, but so what? I mean, Chris is a little bit small. Why can't she sit at the kid table? I always like to sit at the kid table, you know?
Right? I might not
But
fit, but
it
I
doesn't
would
really
make
make
myself
any
fit.
sense. Like you're gonna put restrictions on what we can do at these visits. Oh, what you can't talk about, like they would tell my kids. Oh, you can't talk about your dad. You can't talk about the case. I say, oh, this is
Oh
you
yeah,
just
that's a
let the
big
kids
one.
know this is an adult thing, and we're like, this is not anything
I
adult
don't
that
know
we've
either,
ever
Chris.
seen.
Chris, we'll
Man.
figure it. We'll definitely figure it out. And if we have to, we will. We'll have to figure it out. If we have to do like a recording of you and your Debbie, we can do that too and play it and air it. But we will get y'all, and we will get this fixed to where y'all can come on here, even if it's on. I got to get with. I don't know if Henry, but yeah. This ain't the last time y'all are gonna be able to. Yeah, I mean, this ain't the only time y'all will be able to come on. Trust me. So we'll get it figured out. Definitely, okay? And I do apologize. I don't know what's going on. We just wanted to do a show right quick and just say hey to everybody. And we it was, you know how my shows go. It start out like a blooper, like a come in, like it's always my shows are always. But we'll
It's
definitely get
getting
you and your
hot
mom.
in here.
But my big thing is with like Chris and any other disabled person that may be in foster care, aging out of foster care. Like my son, my brother's never been in foster care, and he is the disabled. Why are they going after these? And then the mental health resources. Well, I'll tell you what, my brother, I talked to him today, and it's like he's in a prison, Brenda. Swear to God. He said those people, he is scared shitless, and those people fight over there. They're fighting, and I heard it on the phone myself. They took his phone. They took, I mean, I'm like, it's nothing like the place that is north of me where I live. This place that he's at now is south, and I just could not like the things that it was like a prison. It sounded like a prison. I swear.
Wow.
And this is supposed to be a behavioral facility, that a behavioral health facility that's supposed to be helping, like not even a like a not one of those. It's just like a 7 day, it's like a stabilization unit, I guess. They only hold you for 7 days, I think, if that. But I
That's what
mean,
Chris says, that her visits always go good. It's true. John always has such a good time. He's very calm at these visits, I must say. I mean, they've taped him, and then of course they're gonna. Oh, he's having so much of a good time. They're gonna say, "Oh, you can't tape this visit anymore." Yeah, I'm sure. You know. But if the kids are reporting abuse from their foster placements or stuff, then those tapes, guess what?
oh yeah,
That's what
they'll
I'm wondering. I don't know about any of
they
y'all out
can
there.
access these systems, like these court people, like the court clerks and everything. They access those electronic systems, and they could go in and delete. But they, those internal audits, you know what I was already facing over here in Georgia with the court clerks and stuff. Like they are they are a big part of this corruption, is these court clerks. Like those are the ones that need to be starting to be held accountable, because they're the ones that are the face of, like, they put what's in front of the judge. The DFCS workers here put what's in front of the judge, and the judge, I mean, they're all in cahoots. But these court clerks, they can manually go in and change stuff in these electronics in the systems, and it's not good. So, I mean, I'm jumping back and forth. There's so much I want to have to catch up with y'all on. Like,
Just minutes, Danielle. I'm just gonna grab a drink, guys.
but I do want to bring up. Has anybody ever heard of CRIPA? If you have a family member or a child that's in foster care that's in a institution, it's a Civil Rights of the Institutionalized Persons Act. Y'all need to do your research on that as well, because if you have someone that is in an institution, look that we'll go over it on a later show, and we'll go over the Olmstead and all that, because these are rights that the disabled have. The ADA falls under the ADA, and they're not going by them. Like, they are supposed to be in, like, my son, he was the place he was in was perfect. It was a non-relative caregiver. I was doing great. They can handle it. Was my son wanted to be there, and I was okay with it, and I had a structured case, like a caring plan and set in place for him, And what do? They make a false report with the sheriff's department saying my son's in imminent danger because of the caregiver, which is totally false. That guy, they would not do nothing to hurt my son. And they had other children, disabled. Some of these children do not have families. Like that is their family. And for them to be so welcoming and like a family to my son, that they were like my family, you know. And that's the first in the system foster family that I've ever met that was so, like, they even said themselves that this system is, and I believe that they've retaliated on this caregiver, and that's why they removed my son, because they made the false report to the sheriff about the caregiver, that my son was in that my son said he was in danger. No, that my son said that. My son is so mellow, y'all. Like, if you ask him a question, it's always yes. It's yes to everything. They are taking full advantage of my son in that way. Not the caregivers. I'm talking about CPS, which my son's an adult. Why is Child Protective Services involved? Tell me that one.
You know, and then after they have your kids, like in my case, they adopt my kids away, and then the court will claim, oh no, well, we have nothing to do with it now because your case is closed. The kids were adopted out. So I guess you could just bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
Say no. Well, we don't want to bend over and do that. No, let's not do that. Oh, I saw a video today on I believe it was TikTok, and Debbie's in the chat, and Debbie does have a lot. She said a lot of parents, that is, the children are in the IEP, they can send the superintendent of the school an email and get all the records, and there will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting in what you'll find on the records that you get from your child's school. And you can do that. Yes, you can request that. But she's saying send the superintendent.
Even during my case, when Chris, my husband, ended up getting a different attorney on the children's case, she was getting all that paperwork. She would just, they're like, email it to him. I'm like, I wanted it in my hand. I
must be like SOL, because they would, you know what they told me, that I was not on the list for my son. They wouldn't give me nothing, and they wouldn't tell me nothing. They said I needed to contact the guardian. I said the guardian's passed away. Like, that's my mother. And then you tell me why they put recent in 2023, they're going by they amended this. Y'all know my mother passed away. That's what triggered CPS to be involved in my life, supposedly, which they should have never got my son. But my aunt, you know, she took my son from my parents' house when I went there to be with my family, and gave him to the state and told him that I abandoned my son, which was not true. And I had it was hell, y'all, at the very beginning, and it's hell again. Like, here we are.
That's the thing. And then your family members are going to believe that. They're like, oh, well, what's Danielle doing? Abandoning your son? You know,
well, my family members,
in the long run, is it?
You know, well, my mom passed away. Like, after my mom passed away, my family went to shit. I'm just not even gonna lie. Like, nobody. My mom was like the protector. She was. But my thing is, why would she have to be under so much pressure for someone trying to get my mother to turn her back on me and take my rights away? But because this aunt that had my daughter, said my daughter was special needs. My daughter's not special needs. My daughter's in college. She's 18 now. Me and her are talking. She's not special needs. But you know why she did it? For the money. Because that goes to child support. I did with Title IV funding, Title IV-D, I believe. They changed it from non-TANF. There is federal funding that pays for the child support. And they pay for these programs. But if the other parent does not try to mediate with you or try to work on things, they're supposed to close the case. Well, I can promise you right now, I go to court here in like two weeks about this, and I'm going to fight it, because they are still receiving that federal funding for the child support from 3 years ago. They should have been closed.
Well, what about that? What do you call it? executive order that Trump signed just last year, and you got with Melania. They also signed one in 2020, right? And it's in regards to the foster youth, right?
Yep, the foster.
But I seen how they were expanding on it, like, oh, well, if you read the first part, I sent it to a lot of y'all that might be connected with me on Facebook. But it goes on, and it talks about getting their child away because the child doesn't, want to change the sex, or they do, or whatever. But if you keep reading on and try to go past all that, they're saying also they're looking into children that are being taken for no reason, like there's no,
so it's not so you're saying it's not just about like the gender thing, like the title said. You have to read on in that, y'all. So, to a lot of people, and I'm guilty of what she just said because I did not read it on, and I'm like, Brenda, she had to tell me.
Then
because
I realized I could highlight that part and like paste it, and then I resent it. I'm like, this is the part we want to know, guys. We don't want to read all the other stuff because it doesn't pertain to us.
Well,
but just to know that even if it's that little small part of what they're doing, hopefully it will get bigger, and they're going to expand on this because it seems like Trump's the one to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, he's slowly making stuff happen. The thing is he's given us the tools. We got to be the ones to make the states implement them. That's the thing. We got to speak out. We got to hold accountable, and that's not what we're doing. We're trying. We got to. I mean, we got to be. We got to pressure. The only way is through
a federal court, or what? What do you say?
I mean, go after the states and to implement them, because the states are only going to piddle fart around and go as fast as they want to. You know darn well they're not one to enforce any of this. Nothing. They don't want to change. They want their own ways.
I also sent you that thing that in fact I posted on my Facebook. Allie Carter wants, like, patterns. I don't know, through the whole month of March that she wants everybody to be out there, but I think she's specifically doing something in Texas on the 13th. March. But wherever you happen to be, I mean, you get together, and it's not for any political reasons or whatever. It's just for the children, period. And she repeats it over and over again. This is for the children, nothing else. And that's why I added to my post. I'm like, 2026 March for the children, right? And it's coming in March. So that's what's funny about it. It's a play on words, March. Y'all.
Yep.
I mean, I still got some signs and stuff. I got some posters. We could hit the streets for the children. What do you think? Do you think it's going to accomplish anything? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, I mean, the thing is people are going around and they they go up there and to Congress and they dance around. I mean, they think. I mean, I've been told by a lobbyist myself that you can't go in acting all, but where's the receipts? Like, where's all this? These people are up there saying they're doing things. Where's the receipts? I mean, I can tell you right now, I haven't been up there. No, but I done my due diligence, but I got way more to do. You know what I'm saying? Way more, because you know what? I can't give up and I can't stop. My son's out there, but every child deserves to be at home with their family instead of in this corrupt system that's broken, that we're trying to that you're trying to navigate through while you're going through unimaginable things and pain and trying, when these people are supposed to help us. If you are struggling, you are supposed to be able to go to these people. I mean, if y'all go check out my channel on YouTube, you'll find a video on there back in from 18. It talks about the orphan trains and talks about the incubator babies and stuff, right? Well, y'all should go watch it. And up until, I think it was 1896, I want to say, to 1943, maybe further than that. But go watch it, go check it out, and you will be like, OMG. Go look at what they were doing back then, just like now. It's kind of like it's just a bigger machine, and it's a more stronger machine, and it's evil. They were taking the children and the family, Brenda, remember we talked about this. The families were going, if they were having a struggle time, they would take their children for a temporary time, and they thought they could trust CPS. Well, it was called like their kids wouldn't, but these kids had parents. They weren't orphans. They were not orphans, and they would take these children and turn them into a contract and send them out on the East Coast or the West Coast to be like labored or God knows what. Go watch that video, y'all. It will make you like, I'm like, geez. Trafficking.
It's almost like a triple threat, because it's almost like now in today's day and age, when you have the internet and all this stuff is, they're contacting, kids on the internet and all this other stuff. And
predators.
It's so much worse.
Roblox.
So much.
I didn't even know what Roblox was, and I saw it. My little boy that comes around here, and he uses my internet. It's the neighbor. He's 6 years old and very smart, very smart. Very smart. But Roblox, I'm like, and I heard I got to finally see what Roblox was, and oh no, no getting on Roblox. No, I wouldn't even let my brother on Roblox. Like no, and my brother's 39 years old, and no, but my brother's mental state is not that of a 39-year-old. My brother can go from his normal age, which he don't even know his age. He couldn't even right now, he don't even know what year it is. He thinks it's 2016. I said, and we were working on that. We were doing, he finally, after 5 years, got it that it was 2025. And he finally got the president right, because he's still stuck in the Obama days. Like, he still thinks Obama's president. Well, that's what happened when my brother become disabled. I'll tell you right now, my brother overdosed. He tried to take his own life when his a daughter's mother take his rights and wanting to change her name, and she still ended up getting away with it after he came through. He was on life support and everything. He come through, but that's why in the condition he is now. He had a traumatic brain injury, and he's fully aware of it. He punishes himself for being that way, and I have to tell him, bro, it's okay, but he kicks himself in the butt for it, but there's he can still live too, and he can still have a life, and I'm gonna make sure of that, because they're not gonna sit here and get my brother and try to put him in a facility. They're not going to get my son. They're not going to get no kid. They don't need to be in a facility. And okay, well, I guess there's a motorized cart coming this way for my brother. That's great. Somebody just pulled up with one of those carts. So that's all. Not like a wheelchair thing, but it's motorized. That's what's up. I guess they're delivering. They're getting ready for him to come home. Yeah, my place is not. But like I told them, they were going to try to send him to a home. Oh no, that's my brother's biggest fear. I got my brother off the streets.
Oh, you're going to need a ramp for him to get up.
I do.
There?
I do. I got one in the back. Yep. I got a ramp.
That's what I say, y'all. That's what I say. That Let's Go thing can help with the stuff like that. You need stuff for your disabled brother. Y'all look into it, because it's very interesting, and it's not something I don't think you don't find through Google, he says. And I don't know how old y'all, but it's the same guy that used to run around saying everything's free, but now he doesn't want to do it for the rich people. He wants to do it for the poor. And even if you
I've noticed
put $20 into this thing, they will do the research for you, and all you're going to have to do is, call or maybe contact and they'll write it up for you. I believe they'll write it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I've noticed a lot more like these little groups and stuff, and normal people are coming together and helping one another, instead of having to sign up for these other resources, or you even go to DFCS here in Georgia for anything. No, we got local food pantries that are coming together. I mean, it's awesome seeing them help. I've never had so many people reach out about my brother and my son. Like they were ready to make my home handicap accessible, because when I tell you, my brother, people in my neighborhood started noticing my brother falling more. and my brother's not going to be telling me these things. And Brenda knows what there for a minute, what I was going through for like the 2 weeks. And he was, and he was not himself. But what it is his brain injury it was taking a toll, which it could lead to dementia, it could lead to Alzheimer's, seizures. There's no telling. But my brother's frontal, I believe it's the part of his brain that does like justifying things, and the what they say, like making decisions in a certain way, or like not trying to be paranoid or something. I think it's justifying is something else. And that's the part of, but that it's totally like that part of his brain is gone. It's not it There was, the oxygen was cut off to it, so it's finally. And he's got very bad nerve damage, and he lost all the ability in his leg. I mean, I have to give him credit. My brother was a trooper, dude. He made his leg go, like, and they told me that he's had nerve damage for a long time. I said, well, he made his leg go because he was bound and determined, because he got around, trust me. Like, without a cane, y'all, without a cane, but now he's in a wheelchair. So that's my brother left here not in a wheelchair, and he's coming home in a wheelchair. And he just kept apologizing to me on the phone today. I said, why are you apologizing to me? Like, you're still my brother. I'm not gonna let you. I'm sorry, y'all. I told the lady, I can at least give him a roof over his head and food in his belly.
Chris is always apologizing to me. I'm
well,
like,
I mean, I guess
he's like, I'm sorry I didn't write, Brenda. I'm like, I know it's okay. You don't have to stress yourself about it. If it comes to you, it comes to you. If it doesn't, don't stress yourself out about it.
It's not like I told my brother, you're still somebody. You're still somebody. Just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean anything's changed. My love for you has not changed. You're still my brother, and you're always going to be my brother. I might get upset with you sometimes, but that's brother and sister love. I mean, we're sibling rivalry. It's never going to stop. Me and him, we've been nose to nose, trust me. But you know what? My mom asked me in 2015, please get him off the streets. My brother was homeless. My brother can tell you some stories, like, wow. And I did, because my mom and dad were helping me. They took care of my son. They had my son. He was very well taken care of. So, and then I've kept that promise with my mother for all this time, because it's not like kids know, but this is how my brother's mentality. He looks at me not too long ago, and he said, hey sis, he said, mom's gone. He said she was in heaven now, and he's like, and you're my sister. He's like, but you're like my mom, and I'm like your son, so I can call you mom now. And I'm like, okay. But that's he was like a childlike, because he hit me 2 years ago. He said, sis, you didn't ask me what I wanted for Christmas. And I'm like, well, like, hey, once again, he was in a child mental state, he's like, sis, I would like a gaming system. So what did I do? My butt got up and I went out and got him a gaming system. Sure did. I mean, I felt bad that I didn't even I forgot, like, I'm like this, but I went out and got it for him. But that's, and some days he's like a 17-year-old, some days he's like a 6-year-old. I mean, him and the 6-year-old got along great. The little boy was so good to my brother, and he looks, and my brother's like, sis, am I babysitting? I'm like, no, bro, like, you're not babysitting. I said, and the little boy, that I thought it was cool, that bro was able to interact with multiple different ages because of his mental state.
Yeah, we used to do that. Like, Chris had an older brother that had traumatic brain injury, and we were staying over at his parents' house for a while, up on the attic, and we'd go out with his brother, with the kids. We'd go have cookouts and go to the creek and all kinds of things. Chris would always be doing stuff with his brother. So yeah, it's really
but you never know when they can lash out. Like, they can switch up, but don't hold it against them. Don't be mad at them, because like my brother, what my brothers did recently, and he even called me and apologized, and he's like, sis, can I come home? my door is always going to be open for you. As much crap as I talk, my door is always going to be open. Like, bro, you've been with me this long. Where are you going? You know, our dad won't even help me with my brother. And that my brother's his child. I mean, come on, dad, you can help. You know, you help us. Like, you just totally, my father's totally disowned us, I guess. He talks to my baby brother and talks to him and tells us to leave his family alone. Well, dad, we are your damn family.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
buddy.
Yeah, so I
Sorry,
was
dad. We are your
at this,
damn family.
see how this is the different arguments that they had for on Chris's brief for his appeal, and that's why I think, you know, a lot of people might have other ideas like, oh, this appeal doesn't have a chance in hell. But when I look at these arguments, I think, you know, and I pray about it, because I pray that these judges that are looking at Chris's case, that they realize the fraud and corruption and the constant bullying that was going on. So
Right.
even
Look at
after
the
actions were
news. The
taken, they're
media.
still stalking us and everything.
Well, look at the
Um,
news media. What they were saying about him, putting a character on him, like judging him, and while his case is going on. You can't. That is Rule 404B in Florida. Come on, Florida, what's going on? Like, y'all are letting. What makes that judge any different, any special, that she's able to speak out? But God forbid, Brenda, if that was us. But
yeah, interrupt
they've
us. They
made a
would
character.
always, like, we're always interrupted when we have something to
He's
say or we
labeled.
have something to present.
Yep.
Oh, all of
And
a sudden.
I seen that at that one. And poor Chris, I felt bad, like that he don't know his rights. He don't know, but he was wanting his children home, and he would do anything. And I mean, and
Oh
they
yeah,
took
that's
advantage of that.
way back. All he can think
Yeah,
about is, you know,
getting his
of
kids
course, he's
home.
gonna think about his kids right away.
And
It's like
I
he
mean,
can't
yeah,
understand what's going on. I mean, even who can? I mean, who can? That blows your mind that they could just, like, one day your kids are there, they're having a great time, and then boom, they're gone. And guess what? You can't have them. Well, you might be able to have them, but why don't we go through these different programs? Like, you haven't raised kids already. You know, like, that's what
I'm
blows my
sorry.
mind about our country. We've
Parenting
already
does not
got
come with an
it.
instruction manual. Parenting does
Yeah.
not come with it's not like we have a remote where we can just press the help button. And no, that it's we learn as we that song, we learn as we go. Sometimes you leave, sometimes, but you don't leave. I mean, you're a
You
parent.
want to? There's three arguments. You want to know the three arguments?
What?
On Chris's appeal, the trial court lacked in criminal jurisdiction to prosecute the appellant for the charged offense because no element was committed in the state of Florida. This didn't even happen in the state of
Now,
Florida, y'all.
you know what, Brenda? Right here, that when you had that article that you sent me about Trump signing off on that the other day, I know I got new an email from the Administration of Children and Families, you know, because being the grant reviewer, and they said they are updating and modernizing their technologies and tools, so they're going to be they're updating or doing something with the opportunities for predictive risk modeling to improve child safety and outcomes. That's what they're doing. So that's what they're working on right now. I forgot to tell y'all that they depend on manual tools to assess children. This is how messed up it is. Why are you going by an electronic system? Why are you going by a system? No, a box is not going to tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong in life. Hello. That's how they're doing it, everybody. That's how they're doing it. By a computer. It's going to tell them if you are a good parent or not. That's some bullshit right there, Brenda.
What's the second one? Is because the appellant did not personally waive his First Amendment right and right to a fair trial. The invited error doctrine does not bar relief that's sought. Do you understand that, Danielle?
I'll say that again. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Because the appellants did not. Okay, so the appellant is who? Is that
That's Chris, ain't it?
the appellant? Did not
No.
personally waive. Yeah, that's Chris. He
Yeah.
waived his First Amendment rights.
For
Wait a minute.
extradition.
Wait.
Or
He didn't. His First Amendment and right to a fair trial. The invited error doctrine does not bar relief sought. So whatever. Let's go on to argument 3. Defense counsel's error of amending element 4 of the jury instructions was so egregious that the trial court should have intervened.
Yep.
So
They
they're
should.
telling what happened with the jury instructions and that's egregious. That sounds pretty good, right? That's pretty
And what's that
egregious.
other word they use? What is that other one? What is it? Hyperboil? Hyperbole?
Oh,
What's that word?
hyperbole.
Yeah, is that what it is? How did I say it?
These are
Hyperbole.
all the different you could all the tables of authorities. Look at all.
That's your
these
brief, ain't it?
that were used for Chris's thing. That's just one page. I think it goes on. Of course,
But the way that judge, I wish we could play that right now about that. We'll have to do that on another show because we are running out of time.
It goes on to this other page, and then it has rules, and it's got the rules on there. Whoops, which way?
Yeah.
Like 910.005 Florida State ANN. What does that mean? State Statute 836.10.
Anointed.
And then
I forgot.
Jury instructions is 8.22, and state statute is 847.01, and that has to deal with like the charge that Chris was charged. The trial court lacked criminal jurisdiction to prosecute the appellant for the charged offense because no element was committed in the state of Florida. And then it breaks it down. So it kind of like is a good avenue to say, oh, it should. If I'm going to write my own brief, guess what? I already have one to go by to see how it's set up. When I actually appealed the children's case, I used Chris's attorney that was assigned to him for the children's appeal. I used hers because my the guy that had me for the appeal, like public defender still, but he's like, I waited and finally he says he didn't see anything appealable in the case for the children. So I did my appeal on my own. So yeah,
I've learned it is a lot, y'all. To do it, but do it. I would at least what you're putting on them documents. At least what's going into that court when you file it. At least when they're pulling their bullshit. Because I'm telling you right now, I've been pro se and I've been faced with an eviction, with fraud, retaliation, and you know what? It was very interesting, and we're still. Like that'll be lighting up here real soon. We'll be back in court and ready to fight, ready to go up for it. Because that happened last year, and I think it was done in September, and then in November they come out here. We were protected by the supersedious stay because we appealed the eviction, and they come out here, and for one they come in and assaulted me. But a week before, they brought the sheriff out here and came and started removing our stuff when we were protected. We were under a stay, an automatic stay, and they totally violated and they would not. I said, cite the law that tells me you cannot view my electronic. And guess what? Now you can actually put evidence in electronic, like you can give them it digitally. Did you know that, Brenda? Electronic copies. Like you can turn your stuff in electronic now. You don't have to. Why couldn't they view my my email that was electronic that showed them that I was protected in this Superior Court? So get this, y'all, a Superior Court judge had to halt the writ of execution for the eviction in the middle of it. A Superior Court judge halted it and told them to get off the property because they were violating our constitutional rights. Like, hello, when a judge don't just do that, okay? If they didn't see something that was like straight up liability, oh shit, a judge is not going to do that. Well, they did, and that right there was because I'm talking about prayers, man. I had something had to give because we were about to lose everything over some BS, and this is the corrupt court system that. So thank goodness that happened, because the Superior Court judge just does not halt an eviction. I mean, no. But we were, and they. I mean, this involved the sheriff's department. Brenda, you know. I mean, it was crazy. They started removing our stuff, and just because they're public officials. Y'all, I'll be sharing those stories here in a couple weeks, because I did file my motion to intervene, and I get to go in front of the judge. I'm excited. So the heat's going to be turned up, and I'm can't wait. That's going to be a good day.
Heat is on.
Yeah, because it's not fair that they're just taking people's properties and taking people's kids, and no.
What's the matter? Nobody wants to watch our show? Well, okay, dang you.
No, there's people here. We only got a couple minutes left.
Here for now. It looks like Debbie and Chris was the only one that chimed in and
since we got well, no, there's people in here from different things. I just don't see. I see the numbers is up, but Chris and Debbie, I do want to put this out there for everybody. Y'all need to be looking out for Chris and Debbie. And of course, me and Brenda, we're in and out all the time. But yes, we'll be back. But Chris and Debbie, we want to get on here or get on Henry's show, or Darren and Tiff's on Monday, because they got some stuff to show you with Kansas, with this corrupt TFI and CPS out there, and what they're doing to a disabled mother, a grandmother, and a young boy that's in foster care right now. This is the one that I said that they're making her get her driver's license. A disabled mom that has never had any problems of getting to and from her appointments with her son, and now they're gonna TPR her because she don't need to get her driver's license. You know why? She said she'll end up in a ditch. I heard the story. Like she'll tell you she panics when she drives. Has she not said that, Brenda? She has. I heard what her grandmama said.
You know, I'm the same way. It's just like sometimes your anxiety level is just like,
yes.
Yeah, that's why I tell Chris, and I tell anybody that might be having these issues, just you got to take a deep breath, and
but
if at all possible, just try to ease your mind by maybe watching a show, maybe doing some gardening. People have different things that they might
listen
with escape. You know what I mean?
Or get on the phone with a friend and talk to you. Sometimes I do that. My friends are like, right. Danielle,
It's like, what do you get done today, Brenda and Danielle? Oh, well, we talked half the freaking day.
Did we get anything accomplished? Well, look, two people that are ADD.
At least we're still like alive and breathing. That's what you can say. We were getting through it, and if we gotta help each other,
I feel like I've aged. I feel like I've aged like a good bit the last 3 months, like since October last year, like with everything. It's like one thing right after another.
He said he's gonna have his first night in his new house tonight. Yeah.
Oh, he finally answered. Tell him. Good job.
What, do you have
tell him
finally. I'm wondering what are they gonna camp out with sleeping bags? What's happening?
Tell him Auntie D said finally. Jeez.
I guess I get out. I hope this year.
Yeah, y'all. She's gonna be a grandma. So let's keep them gangster granny here. I get to call you that now. I can.
Oh Lord.
So all right, everybody. We're getting up to our hour, girl.
We're wrapping it up. It up.
So we'll come back because we're going to get everything straightened out with Chris and Debbie, so we can get them on here so they can talk about what they want to talk about to everybody, to get the word out there about this corruption, because they got the documentation, they got the proof. they're gonna bring the receipts, and Brenda's gonna bring it back, right? Brenda gonna bring it
Well,
back.
I'm glad that they're have someone also helping them getting
Yes.
their stuff organized, putting it in binders or what have you, and then we could just God dang it! I just think we can pray to God that it doesn't burn in a dang fire or get blown up. But I hate to say it. I got to get some of my stuff in binders. So just keep on working on it, guys. Some of us have more paperwork than you can
I've got
imagine. I could
boxes.
probably
See all that
drown in my
behind me?
paperwork.
That's all paperwork. See that? I mean, I try to cover it up, but that's all paperwork. It's in
You
printer
should try to
paper
cover it up.
box. I did. I got like 5 boxes with a bunch of paper. You see the papers?
Well, that's the thing.
There you go. See
Each
it? There's
thing,
all the papers
whatever it
everywhere.
is, if you want to go year by year, some of those years you're gonna have to split up. But I've got plastic crates, and it's just a never-ending
I mean,
hell.
shall I
But
continue on? How much more?
yeah,
Like,
see, well, your
I'm gonna
sound
watch
is
the
getting
whole
messed
movie
up, but
tonight.
we're about to go anyway, so it's no big deal. I
Yeah,
got this right here.
it's
This is
probably just.
all Chris's current case right here, and that's not all of it, man. Yep,
We're
yep,
about to
yep. Oh,
update
wait a minute.
everybody
Take
on
that back.
our cases.
Actually, you know what this is? This is that supervisor that I told you about. Wait a minute. Punta Gorda? No, wait a minute. Maybe this is my criminal case from 2019. Oh yes.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But oh yeah. But anyways, we're gonna go. But you know, if you ever guys looked up lewd and lascivious, the word lascivious, this is what that casework supervisor wanted to say about me and Chris. That our case was stemming from a lewd and lascivious case, and
They use some
lascivious can
crazy
mean
words, don't they?
horrible things, like horrible things to children. That's what somebody was sending me the other day. Is like, look at this. This is what lascivious means, and like this is sick. These people are
Yep,
just sick.
they are.
You know.
And then, like, think about with the guardianship, Brenda. They've amended the guardianship petition for my son 4 times in 2 years. 4 times, never notified me, but yet my dead mother was listed as the guardian, the one that was going for guardianship in 2023. My mother was dead a year, y'all. My mom has been dead a year at this time. I found out just recently on February 18th that they had my dead mother as the proposed guardian on the guardianship paperwork. To file. So when is she coming down to see me? I would love to see my mother. But Mom, we got to show up to court. Mom, I need you to come to court. Like that's how messed up these people are. Like, how are they going to put a dead person in? So that is a story for another day. But it's an awesome judge. The judge is great that's dealing with my guardianship case. So, but anyhow, yep. And then this is how they do parenting. My parenting
We
did
brought
not
it
change.
back, and keep organizing, guys. Always.
Brenda,
Just try to do a little bit every day. I know some days you're gonna have some down days,
yes.
and you got a graph there.
No,
What's that?
you know what this is? This is my parenting. This is when I took the A and the B test for the parenting class, and this is how they judge me. Look at how much I changed. Not much at all. The grade, look at the grade and the feel.
Oh, I see.
My parenting was not, I didn't change much. So this is how they judge your parenting, y'all. This is how they base if you're a good parent or not, if you're a high risk. And I didn't, I ended up being a straight line enough. So
this was an old thing to Marco Rubio. Now he's a famous Secretary of State, right? Okay. Well, Marco Rubio, you never answered my letter on February 27th of 2019. So what have you been doing?
The DOJ is gonna.
Oh my God, your voice is really turning into a robot now. That's our cue to skidoo. All right.
Is that better?
All right. I'm gonna be we're gonna be bringing it back this week. Okay, we're gonna put the pedal to the metal. Okay, full force ahead.
Yep.
And all right, this is Brenda Cameron. I want my family back, and I'm out of here. Bye bye.
Much love. Until next time, it's Danielle, and much love to y'all. I'm signing off, y'all. Bye, everybody. Be looking out for Henry's show. It's coming on in like 30 minutes, I think. About 7:30, maybe 7. Maybe I'm late. All right, y'all. Chris, Debbie, I will get with y'all. We will get a show for y'all, okay? I promise. Everybody, y'all have a good night. Much love again, and see you now. Bye, everybody.
In the shadow of the peach state, where the magnolias bloom so late, a child stands alone in fear, wishing someone would hold them near. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. I see peace, he send them far and wide, across the borders where they divide. Families waiting with open arms to shield them from all worldly harm. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Georgia's foster, let love shine. Though the journey's tough, the road is long, singing out this hopeful song. Every child deserves a chance to find their home, their love, their dance. No more darkness, no more tears, just a future free from fears. With each step they grow so strong, in a place where they belong. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on.
Walking down this block, paint, peel, text, talk, my grip, shirt, thrift, whole life in this wall. Mama in the window, eyes red, case closed, CPS on the table.